She defied the Apache who ruled the territory, and he claimed her with a single look. The desert wind moved like a living thing across the Apache territory, whispering through red dust and thorn brush, carrying the scent of heat, iron, and approaching storm. Travelers avoided this land. Traders whispered its ruler's name only at night. Soldiers had tried to claim it and failed. Outlaws vanished into its canyons. Everyone knew one truth: the territory belonged to Taza Blackhawk, the Apache warrior who had never lost a fight and never spared an enemy. When riders entered his land, they dismounted. When soldiers crossed the border, they prayed. When women heard his name, some trembled. But Clara Whitmore did not slow her horse. She rode straight through the narrow canyon path, chin lifted, dust coating her boots, revolver strapped openly at her side. The afternoon sun burned against her dark braid and pale skin, yet she kept her eyes forward, fixed on the distant trading post where wagons gathered under Apache watch. Men noticed her immediately. Apache scouts stood on the ridges like statues carved from stone. Their hawk feathers stirred. Their rifles rested easy in their hands. One of them murmured in his native tongue, "She rides like she is already dead." Clara felt the eyes on her. She had grown up learning what danger felt like. The weight between the shoulders. The tightening air. She slowed her horse at the entrance to the post, sliding down with controlled grace. The post was quiet. Too quiet. Merchants pretended not to stare. Native warriors watched from shadow. A few white settlers shifted nervously. Everyone waited for one thing. For him. Taza Blackhawk stepped out from behind the main lodge. He was taller than she expected. Broad-shouldered. Braided black hair streaked with silver rings. Dark eyes that didn't rush, didn't blink, eyes that measured, claimed, decided. The scar across his cheek told stories no man dared ask about. He moved like the land itself had shaped him, slow, certain, unstoppable. Conversation died. Taza's gaze swept the post, then stopped. On her. Clara Whitmore did not look away. That was the first mistake. Or the bravest thing she had ever done. His eyes narrowed slightly, not in anger, but in surprise. Women lowered their heads in his presence. Men spoke carefully. She stood still, hand resting near her holster, meeting his stare with cool defiance. Taza approached. Each step felt like thunder no one else could hear. "You ride through my land without permission," he said. His English was smooth. Calm. Dangerous. "I'm headed west," Clara replied. "Your land happens to be in the way." A murmur rippled through the watching crowd. Taza stopped less than 6 feet from her. Close enough that she could see the flecks of gold in his eyes. Close enough to smell leather, smoke, and desert wind. "No," he said quietly. "It is not in the way. It stands." Clara tilted her head. "Then maybe you should move." It. Several warriors stiffened. Hands twitched near weapons. Taza did not move. Did not blink. Something unfamiliar stirred behind his ribs, not anger. Interest. Defiance in a woman was rare here. Defiance that didn't shake. Dangerous. "You do not know who you speak to." "I know exactly who you are," Clara replied. "The man everyone is afraid of." "And you?" She stepped closer. "I'm not." The silence cracked like ice. Taza leaned forward slightly, voice low enough that only she could hear. "You should be." Her pulse hammered. But she didn't step back. "Then make me." That was when it happened. Something shifted in his gaze. Not rage. Not threat. Ownership. The warriors around them felt it, the invisible tension, sharp as drawn steel. Taza straightened slowly. "You will stay tonight." "I don't take orders." His lips curved faintly. "You do in my territory." I'll sleep with my gun. You will not need it. She studied him. And if I refuse? His eyes darkened. Then you will leave at dawn under escort. And if I leave now? A pause. Then, softly. I would follow. The air between them burned. Clara swallowed. She had crossed outlaw lands. Survived raids. Buried family. But nothing had ever looked at her the way this man did. Like the world had narrowed to a single point. Her. Finally she said, one night. Taza nodded once. Wise. As he turned away, one of his warriors whispered urgently. She challenged you. Taza didn't look back. She interested me. Night fell fast in Apache country. Stars flooded the sky. Fires flickered between lodges. Drums sounded low and distant like a heartbeat beneath the earth. Clara sat outside the small guest hut she'd been given, polishing her revolver even though it was already clean. She wasn't afraid. She told herself that. But the darkness felt alert. Watching. When footsteps approached, she didn't jump. She didn't need to. She already knew who it was. Taza stopped near the firelight. You are not sleeping. I don't sleep in strange lands. You are in mine. She met his gaze. That's what worries me. A hint of amusement touched his eyes. He lowered himself onto a rock across from her. Why come through here alone? My father died mining silver east of here, she said. Left me a claim west of the border. And you think you can hold it? I know I can. Taza studied her face, the stubborn line of her jaw. You would not last a week without protection. Maybe. Or maybe I don't intend to be unprotected. Their eyes locked again. The fire popped. He stood. Walked closer. Stopped an arm's length away. You challenged me in front of my people. They didn't seem offended. They were waiting for me to kill you. And you didn't. No. Why? He reached out. Slowly. Stopped inches from her cheek. Because killing is easy. His thumb brushed a strand of hair from her face. The touch sent heat racing down her spine. This, he murmured, is not. She didn't pull away. Neither did he. You look at me like you already decided something, she whispered. I did. And what's that? That you will not leave this land unchanged. Her breath caught. And you? His mouth tilted. I already have. Silence pressed in. Not empty. Heavy. Charged. Then footsteps sounded. A scout hurried over, speaking sharply in Apache. Taza's expression hardened. Soldiers, he said. At the eastern ridge. How many? 20. Clara stood. Then you should prepare. He watched her. You are not afraid. She strapped her gun belt. I've run my whole life. Not tonight. His eyes gleamed. That single look again. The one that didn't command. Didn't threaten. Claimed. You will ride behind my line. I'll ride where I can shoot. A pause. Then he nodded. Side by side, they mounted horses under the stars. Warriors formed around them. As they rode toward the ridge, Taza leaned close enough that only she heard. When this ends, you will not go west. Is that an order? No. His gaze burned into hers. It is a promise. Gunfire cracked in the distance. Clara smiled grimly. Then I guess I'll have to see if you keep it. He smiled back. The land trembled. Two forces had met. And neither would walk away the same. That if you enjoyed this powerful frontier romance filled with danger, destiny, and unstoppable passion, Subscribe now for more gripping Wild West and warrior love stories. Hit the like button to support the channel. And comment below, should Clara stay, or challenge Taza for the land itself? More thrilling stories are coming.